What if I told you Sri Lanka is a true paradise that you need to add to your bucket list right now? Well, keep watching to discover why, and find out how to make the most of your trip, with essential travel tips, common mistakes to avoid, and everything you need to plan the ultimate adventure. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, I'm Jasmine, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go. Welcome to Sri Lanka, a tropical island packed with history, culture, wildlife, and stunning landscapes. Whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or a bit of both, Sri Lanka has something for everyone. Let's dive into everything you need to know to plan your perfect trip. Sri Lanka is located just south of India in the Indian Ocean. It's often called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. It's usually overlooked as you have the Maldives and India nearby, but Sri Lanka is gorgeous and super affordable, so you can fully explore the island on a budget. The local currency is the Sri Lankan rupee, or LKR. Almost everywhere accepts cards and there are ATMs all around, but it's always a good idea to carry cash since some shops in rural areas may not accept cards. The official languages are Sinhala and Tamil, but don't worry, English is widely spoken in tourist areas. The best time to visit depends on where you're going. For the west and south coasts, December to April is best, while May to September is better for the east coast. Getting around Sri Lanka is part of the adventure. Here are your main options. First, trains. Sri Lanka's train rides are legendary, especially the scenic journey from Kandy to Yala. You'll pass lush hills, tea plantations, and waterfalls. It's an absolute must-do. For short distances, hop in a tuk-tuk. They're affordable, fun, and can get you where you need to go quickly. Just remember to agree on the price before you hop in. If you're planning to explore multiple regions, consider hiring a car with a driver. It's a convenient way to see more without the hassle of public transport. Now let's talk about the must-visit places and experiences you should do in Sri Lanka. First of all, you have to visit the Sigiriya Rock Fortress. Often called the eighth wonder of the world, this ancient fortress is perched on a massive rock. You can climb to the top for amazing panoramic views and explore its gardens and frescoes. Next, Kandy and the Temple of the Tooth. This city is the cultural heart of Sri Lanka and home to one of the most important Buddhist sites in the world. The Temple of the Tooth houses what is believed to be a tooth relic of the Buddha himself. Participating in the ceremony of the tooth in this temple is an experience you can't miss. And for nature lovers, head to Yala. This charming hill town is perfect for hiking. Don't miss Little Adams Peak or the Nine Arches Bridge, where you can watch trains cross a stunning viaduct, which you might think, but it's just a bridge, but honestly, it's so fun. As those that are on the train smile and wave at you as it goes by, and everyone on the ground cheers with excitement. It's impossible not to be swept up in the atmosphere of it all. Plus, seeing the train go round kind of gives a mystical vibe, which is cool. It's about 20 minutes from Yala town, and you can get a tuk-tuk up to the car park, and then it's about 5 minutes walk from there. There's a nice little cafe too, so you can grab yourself a drink. If wildlife is your thing, Yala National Park is a must. Go on a safari to spot leopards, roaming elephants, and over 200 species of exotic birds. It's in the southeast of Sri Lanka. You can hop in a tuk-tuk, or I know a lot of people hire a car with a driver, which is what I actually did, as the journey can be quite long. Depending on where you're coming from, it can take around 4 to 6 hours. I'd recommend spending a couple of days here to make the most of it, as you don't want to rush. You'll want to get some decent photos, and you can even explore the park on a bushwalk, which is fun. There's also a beach here too. Yala experiences a monsoon season from September to December, so I'd recommend not visiting in those months, as some parts will be closed. And don't forget Galle Fort. This UNESCO World Heritage Site combines colonial history. It's easily the most beautiful coastal town in Sri Lanka. Wander the cobblestone streets, shop for souvenirs. Seriously, there's some really cool shops around here where you'll find some amazing mementos to bring back and grab some lunch or dinner in one of the cafes or restaurants and just relax, slow down, and watch the beautiful sunset. And, of course, the beaches. Sri Lanka has some of the best beaches I've ever seen. I know I say this a lot, but they're famous for their stunning scenery, colorful wildlife, and incredible surfing opportunities. Relax on the white sands of Mirissa, or Nilaveli Beach. Mirissa Beach is the most well-known and has excellent surfing, restaurants, bars, and snorkeling. It does get quite busy here, though. Nilaveli Beach, however, is usually pretty empty as it's off the beaten track, but it's worth visiting for its truly breathtaking views. But whatever you're after, relaxing on the beaches in Sri Lanka is an absolute must-do. Packing smart is important for a trip to Sri Lanka. Here's what you'll need. First, light, comfy clothing. It's warm and humid, so breathable fabrics are essential. Remember to pack clothes that aren't too tight and that cover your shoulders and knees, as many areas are Muslim. I always bring a pashmina with me to easily cover up. Comfortable shoes are also a must, as trust me, you'll do lots of walking. And don't forget mosquito repellent, especially if you're staying in rural areas. And finally, bring reef-safe sunscreen to protect both your skin and the environment. To avoid any issues you might face, here are some cultural tips. When visiting temples, remember to remove your shoes and cover your shoulders and knees. It's a sign of respect, so remember to bring a cover-up. And greet locals with a friendly Ayubawan, which means may you live long. It's important to know that it's custom to use your right hand when shaking hands, as well as when handling money and other small objects. And some women avoid direct contact with men outside their family, so if you're a man, just wait for them to offer a handshake to ensure they're comfortable. Politeness in general is important in Sri Lanka, so if you're one of those people who like to complain about everything, then just try to be friendly about it, or let it go. Another thing to keep in mind is, if you're traveling as a couple, try and keep the PDAs to a minimum, as anything more than holding hands can be offensive to locals. And let's be fair, nobody needs to see you making out in public, so keep it for the hotel, or a secluded place at least. And respect the environment here. It's such a beautiful place, so please don't leave litter and follow guidelines when you're in national parks. Lastly, tipping is common here. Leave about 10% at restaurants or for services like guiding or driving. Now let's talk about some of the costs to visit Sri Lanka. There's something for every budget. So here's a quick breakdown. For accommodation, budget travelers can find hostels starting at $10 per night, while luxury hotels range from $100 to $500. In my opinion, staying in Airbnbs or homestays are the best option. The hospitality you'll receive in family-run accommodation is so incredible, which is important if you're a female, as it makes you feel more safe. Plus, they're still pretty cheap. I paid $40 a night, and it was a beautiful, clean, home-away-from-home experience. Meals are very affordable, too. Local dishes cost as little as 50 cents to $1, while mid-range restaurants are a little more but still very cheap. You'll be paying more like $20 to $30 per day. But I'd encourage you to eat local, as it's not only cheap, it's also delicious, too. Or you can always head into a local market and find some amazing food there. Remember to always haggle, though. It's expected here, so don't be too nervous like I was. Sri Lanka is one of my favorite countries in the world. It's more than just a vacation destination. It's a real adventure. From its rich history to breathtaking landscapes and super friendly locals, this island will leave you with memories that last a lifetime. And trust me, you'll fall in love with the country. So start planning your Sri Lankan trip and let me know in the comments if you've been before or are planning to go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.